Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy's Customs, back here with another YouTube video. And today I've got my two custom figures from the TV show Spongebob. And yeah, well, I grew up with this TV show when I was younger, and I collected some of the sets, right, for my birthday a couple of the years, right, so, like in the past, you know, so I had some Spongebob figures lying around. I know that they're rare figures, so I only used two, and I used a fairly unrare Patrick head, just for like this, and then the Spongebob I just used a standard Spongebob one. So even though they are still pretty rare, like I wanted to make my own versions because I think Lego's ones were kind of like, they were good for Lego, but like, you know what I mean, they're not like as good as they probably could be, I guess. So yeah, up now I got Spongebob and Patrick, he looks a bit weird, but that's just the angle. I'll show you guys a close-up later. That's because his head is interchangeable. I might make a regular Patrick head in the future, but right now I got the malicious Patrick head on him from the meme like a couple years back, because I wanted to make like more of a unique looking one, because SpongeBob's really unique, the figure, but like I wanted to like change up the Patrick a bit more and just do my own thing. So yeah, I made malicious Patrick and just regular SpongeBob, but I'll start off with Patrick and then get to the start of the show, SpongeBob. So yeah, starting off with Patrick, this was still a really hard figure to make, and that's for a couple of reasons. So what I did, right, is I took, I think I had an extra like Lego Glove World set or something, like I had some parts from that, from one of my cousins gave me some Lego, and that was in there. So what I did, right, is I sculpted Patrick's eyes onto the figure's face, right, and then I sculpted his eyebrows roughly in a similar place to like where they were on the figure, but then when I think I made the eyes as slightly smaller, and then I did like the 3D bit over the eye to like look like his eyelids, right, and then also then I did like the eyebrows like slightly like shaped, also they're not just like squares, they got like a little bit of shape like in the cartoon. And then what I did, right, is I sculpted that. That was pretty much the only sculpting work on the head. It's still pretty cool, I reckon. Then what I did is I painted the entire head in like a white primer and everything. Then I painted the entire head in this mixed peachy color that I mixed up, because the Patrick in the set, it's not bad or anything, but it's just skin color, you know what I mean? Like, not skin color, like, that sounded a bit racist. No, sorry. I mean like just, you know what I mean, regular Lego peach. So yeah, and then what I did, right, is I painted that entire thing. Then I repainted the eyes whites. Then I painted the purple onto the eyelids that are like underneath, because you know the creepy facial expression he has in that meme. And then I painted the eyebrows black, and then the dots of the eyes black. Those were annoying to get little circles. And I painted the mouth and the little line under the mouth. So yeah, the head can remove, but I haven't removed it, and the paint's probably stuck to it. So until I make like a secondary head, I'm probably not going to move it. And I don't know when that will be, since I finished these figures actually like in, I think, December or January, probably January. I finished them in like January on the holidays for us in Australia. So yeah, like I haven't really gone back to them. I thought I should probably showcase them. I was thinking of doing some other SpongeBob figures. Like, let me know in the comments if you want some more SpongeBob figures. But yeah, then going on to the arms and the belly and everything, right, I did the same white paint. Like on the hand it scratched off a bit, and I didn't bother to repaint that, because that's just what happens with Lego hands, because I used just like plain white arms and a torso that was white with printing on it. So I covered the whole thing in like, what I did actually first, I sculpted the belly, then I primed all the arms, and the hands and everything, and the back of the torso, the front of the torso and the belly. Then, and also I sculpted that, like, his pants have like a lip on the top of them, like that goes around. I don't know, it's just the drawing style. So I sculpted that onto there. And yeah, and then I also, and then so yeah, but that was on the torso, I think still. Oh no, maybe that was on the waist. Sorry, yeah, that was kind of on the waist, torso. I sculpted it at the same time. Anyways, I primed all of that. When I say I like primed it, I actually did all the sculpting first, and then I primed it all, and it makes more sense that way. I just use green stuff. But yeah, so I did that, and then I painted the whole thing that same peachy color, and then I did these little dots on his torso that are like slightly darker versions of that color that I mixed. I think more of a red color into there to get that. And I think the belly looks good, like Patrick's in the show, like similar to that. And then yeah, so I did that. I did the little dots on there, and I think they were only really on his belly in the picture, and then I think like the other ones like kind of insignificant, so I didn't paint them anyways. And then I painted that's not Sharpie, I just painted that on the belly, his little belly button. I'm trying to zoom in so you guys can see it. But yeah, there you can see it. It's a better look at his face as well. So I painted the little belly button, which is like two little semicircles inside each other. And then also, yeah, so that's that. And then the rest of the back is just all painted just the same color with the white primer on it. Then I sculpted like the edge of the pants to like make them look more baggy, like they are on the TV show. Patrick's got like more round bottoms of his legs, but you know, I'm still trying to keep it in like the Lego realm. Like I know with SpongeBob, you'll see it later. I modified his one, so his are like a lot different, his legs, but I think Patrick's looked good like this. And so yeah, I'm really proud of this figure. If you can see also, I painted, after I sculpted like the bags of the pants on there, I sculpted also like above that a little bit. I'll just try and get that to focus, but yeah, so I sculpted, yeah, there it is. I sculpted onto the whole of the legs pretty much, onto the top, so then you can see like there's a difference between the pants and legs. Like if you see it on angle, you can see it there pretty much. I painted that whole bit white. I mixed that, well, I didn't mix that green color. I had the green and the purple, the same purple from the eyes, and I just painted the purple flower design he has on his green pants. And yeah, I painted the bottom of the feet. They were like painted them the same color as the rest of the figure. I think I actually painted all those peach parts in one go, and then I think I had to redo a little bit of it. That's why like I don't know. It turned out really good anyways, I think, in my opinion. And it's good because I really like SpongeBob, and when I was younger, and still it's hilarious today. So even though I'm like not that into it anymore, it's still funny to go back and watch like episodes here and there, like on Netflix or whatever. So yeah, here's SpongeBob, and also there's the SpongeBob movie coming out this year, so I probably should have released it with that, but I reckon I'll make, like, if I want to make like some other characters afterwards for that movie, I can, I guess. But yeah, and then so what I've done, right, is so this SpongeBob figure is quite complicated to explain. Okay, so the top part of it is just the regular SpongeBob mold that came out in like 2004-ish, 2006, something like that. I can't remember which year it was. And yeah, I had a couple of these because I was like obsessed with SpongeBob when I was younger. And so what I did, right, is I took one of them. And by the way, also this top bit, the yellow bit, is removable of his head. I just don't want to remove it just in case. Because yeah, but just letting you know, if anyone really wanted to see it, I could put it in the next video, like with me removing it, but I don't really see the point because yeah, there's no really point to it. Yeah, so what I did, right, is I took the top yellow bit, I cut off on there's like, it's hard to explain without like another one, and I do have another one, I just don't remember where I put it. It's in my Lego collection somewhere in like a box. So yeah, what I did, right, is I chopped off, there's like, I'll show it with this paintbrush. So pretty much this bit here, all that bit used to be like solid plastic, and it had like, so all that bit down there, and then it had like a shirt printing on it, right, and some pants printing. So that looked kind of, the top bit looked good, so that's why I kept it and didn't really change it. There wasn't really any point. It's like using like a printed head. It still works well, so there's no real point. And I like how that looks all together, right? But the bottom bit, the shirt and the pants and the tie, just didn't really look good. Like, it just kind of looked kind of lackluster. And then it just had the short legs on there. And short legs just look like, I think everyone knows what short legs look like, but they just look like regular legs, like on this figure over here. But they're just shorter. And so SpongeBob obviously doesn't have legs like that. He's got like very round legs with these cool shoe things on it. And this is where I reckon everyone's probably, if anyone is watching my channel, this is probably where they're going to be wondering how the heck I did the legs. And this myself, I amazed myself with, because what I did is I took some short legs, right? I'll just get a pair of regular legs, right? Like, see this, right? Short legs go about to here, right? The feet section is moved up to about there, around here. So this is slightly shorter, right? Or quite a bit shorter, right? So it's like a box, like, around there, right? And this is really hard to demonstrate. I'm going to see if I have some short legs so I can just show you guys exactly what I did. Oh, yeah, found some. Okay, that's good. I'm probably not going to edit this out because editing takes a lot of time and I don't really have the time to edit, so I think it's better off I just get videos out there. So this is a pair of, I think, Bart Simpson short legs. So that's what it will look like, but brown, right? Because SpongeBob's pants are brown. So essentially what I had before is I painted all four sides of the legs, right, to look like the right colors, like with his socks and everything, the little lines and everything, the shoes on there. And that's when I still had the same front bit without it customized. But then that didn't really look like the best. So, and I had a really cool idea. So what I ended up doing, right, and I'll do a tutorial on this if I got like enough subscribers, I guess, but it was a real pain to do. Essentially what I did, this one's good because it's got colors. So from where the blue bit is here, essentially what I did is I chopped all from around there, all that bit, I chopped the whole bottom bit off. So I just kept the top bit that connects to the legs themselves. Then I sculpted all the way around here into that gap, and then I sculpted the bottom of the legs around there, right? Then, so that was all done, right? I did all that. So that was sculpted to look like a square shape like it is now, right? Then I sculpted onto the front a little bit here, and then what I actually did, right, is, so no, I sculpted onto the front of the torso because the white bit of this was missing, so it actually disconnects at the brown bit, that's why there's the slit there. That separates his pants and his shirt. Also, it looks like that in the show. So yeah, so that was sculpted into like a box shape. Then I took like the stud on SpongeBob's head. You see that, right? All Lego heads have these, right? And some of the new Lego studs. What I did is I think I took two brown ones or maybe white ones. I think I took white ones and I just painted them. I primed them and then painted them, right? I chopped this bit off. So then you get these little circular bits on the back of the legs, right? Then I ended up gluing those onto the bottom of the box shape, well, and then prime that entire piece. And then I removed that, and that was its own piece, right? And then I painted that entire thing white and primed it, and then painted it brown. Then I went along and tediously painted all these little black, it's meant to be like a belt, and then the belt's like threading through the pants. So yeah, there's that. Then what I did, right, is I got those bits from the top, I glued them onto there, so they look like the little short bits that go around his legs. Like, anyone that's seen SpongeBob knows what I'm talking about. Then what I did, right, so that was that entire assembly. That thing was a pain to make. And then also, on top of that, right, I don't think, actually, no, I don't, I can't remember. I don't think I showed on this torso. I seriously, for the life of me, can't remember. But what I did do, and then I shortened these arms. I chopped them off like regular arms to about there, right? Then I shortened the hands. Then I sanded it. Then I attached both his hands in, right? And when you shorten the hands, you shorten them to like about to just before there's like a line that clicks in. There's a little bit of plastic here. I chopped that bit off, right, to make it so they would click in and they wouldn't look awkwardly long. Then I painted the tops of the things white, tops of the sleeves white, right, on the yellow arms, right, and then so I was going to use dual molded arms, but I couldn't find them. But then this looks actually good because I ended up showing the arms anyway, so it looked a bit weird, I reckon, if I used dual molded ones. And then yeah, and then after that, the top bit that's on the torso, that was also sculpted on green stuff to blend it in better. And then I painted all that white and primed it. Then I painted the little shirt collar bit. And then and then I chopped out of little bits of fabric, like a Lego Superman cape, like one of the old ones, not the sponge ones, but like the fabricy ones. I cut out a little bit of, because I had like excess from another project that I'll show off in another video, and that project's just insanity, I reckon myself, but yeah, you guys will see that in the future. I cut out that little bit of the tie, well, I cut out that little bit of fabric for the tie here, and then it's like, I think this is the fabric I cut out of. It's just like a Lego cape. I have like a bunch of them. So, and I didn't really ever use the red ones except for like a couple things. So I had that left over. I cut that out, glued that on, painted these little these little black lines to make like his shirt collar. Because SpongeBob is very awkwardly shaped. He looks really, it's really like, I don't know, easy on the eyes, designed to look at, but like if you think about it, all his body proportions make absolutely no sense. But he's a cartoon character, so like you gotta kind of go see that one coming. Then what I did for the legs, this is the most puzzling part. I don't know, I do not have actually I think I do have another one of these leg sets. I don't know if they sell them anymore, they probably still do, but essentially a while ago, I think they still sell them, but Mega Bloks has this Spongebob line, and in that Spongebob line, I wouldn't consider this cheating, because I think I've never seen anyone else do this before. I think this is my own original idea, right? So Mega Bloks has this line, right, of like SpongeBob Mega Bloks. So they have a SpongeBob figure, right? I was looking at the SpongeBob figure. I do not know how I got the idea for this, right? But it all kind of came together as I was going along. What I did, right, is I took the legs off the SpongeBob Mega Bloks character, right? They're like, and then I thought, oh yeah, these are like studs. They'll fit in easily, right? Well, and because it's so similar to this like pole, you know what I mean? That fits into a stud header, right? This is like the stud heads I was talking about, right? So I thought, oh, too easy. They'll fit in there easily, right? Because it's the same width. Turns out, for some dumb reason, Mega Bloks makes theirs slightly thinner. So it would just like, it would kind of sit in there and then fall out. So what I did is I chopped them down a little bit, like the rod bit of it, like this bit, so it would be the right height. Then I painted white rings around the legs to be his socks. And then the bottom of the shoes were already black. And then I painted these little white bits on his shoes to make it look like, because they're usually like shiny because he shines up his shoes or something. I don't know. It's just a detail I've always noticed in SpongeBob. So yeah, I painted these little white dots to be the shine on his shoes. And so yeah, because of that, SpongeBob ends up being, because of all the shortening, like how I showed the arms and how I made all that work. I think this is like one of my favorite like designs I've ever done, because I've never seen anyone do something like this. I've seen one other person make SpongeBob figures. I've never seen anyone do anything like this, right? And then proportionate to Patrick, that makes Patrick roughly about, well, Patrick's head taller than him. That's probably bigger than a Lego head. So I'm not really sure. I don't know. He's like Obi-Wan, and so yeah, even with a hairpiece, his head's not as big as Patrick's. So it makes him like almost a Patrick head taller than SpongeBob, which I would say proportionate to the show. I reckon that's really good scaling. And before it was really like, it was kind of more, SpongeBob was a bit taller without the like cutting all this off and stuff. So I'm actually really happy with how these came out. And if any of you guys have stuck through to this long in the video, congrats, you guys are awesome. If you've just skipped through the video to like now and like you've just seen like what I've done, like kind of, I don't blame you. This is a really long video, but I didn't know how to do it another way without explaining the entire process. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be posting more videos soon, and as I said, I made these on the holidays, so I'll have a bunch of more figure showcases just whenever I get time to make them, you know what I mean, because it's pretty busy with school and stuff now. So like, yeah, I'll post more when I get a chance. I might make Mr. Krabs. I had an idea for him, and I've got a Sandy figure, so that wouldn't be hard to make. Like Spongebob and Patrick, I try to make them as unique as possible, like compared to the Lego figures, because I could have just done it the same peach, like peach color instead of doing it this like darker peach for Patrick. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry for rambling so much. check out my other videos, like and subscribe if you want to. That'd be a help. And yeah, bye.